Have you run into Dark Phoenix lately? Because if you have, you already know she's a full-blown defensive demon. I'm talking Nova Flames lighting you up like it's the 4th of July. And if you didn't bring the right counter, bro, you're just watching your health evaporate. That damage over time ain't regular. It's Nova freaking Flames, the most toxic dot and T in the game. And the worst part, ain't nobody immune to it. You got like 2.5 champs who can shrug it off. And the rest of us, we're cooked. And just when you think you've got her, when you see that last bit of health, bam, Immortality. But wait, try to nullify that? She hits you with a passive version that lasts longer. That's right, she said, you want to strip my buff? Cool, I'll just cheat death harder. And if she's awakened, oh, it's a wrap. Sis goes unblockable in that phase. You can't block, you can't breathe, you just die. That's why you can't walk into this fight unprepared. You need the best of the best, the real counters. So today, we're counting down the top 5 god tier counters to Dark Phoenix. Not the, oh, I used this champ once and survived counters. I'm talking straight up slayers. Now listen, if we hit 500 likes on this video, we'll unlock the top 10 counters. Because yeah, we got options, but only the real ones get that bonus list. So hit that like button like your health bar depends on it. Because against Dark Phoenix, it probably does. And, yo, real quick, that new champ, Yelena Belova, she's already looking like a top-tier problem on defense. So yup, we got a top 5 counters for Yelena video coming right after this one. Drop a comment and tell me who you want to see after that. Alright, squad, strap in. Let's jump into the madness. Dark Phoenix, we're coming for you. Alright, coming in at number 5, we got the one and only Absorption Man. I mean, who else did you think would be here? Of course it had to be our boy ABS Man. This dude tanks Dark Phoenix like a champ, no sweat. But listen, the key here? You gotta be in that magma form. You know the one. That fiery form that laughs at energy damage? Yeah, that's your best friend in this fight. Lock that in, and those Nova Flames, they just tickle. But here's the real sauce. When she pulls that last-second nonsense and goes immortal, Absorption Man's like, nah, not today. He straight up shreds that immortality buff, reduces the duration so fast it's like it never even happened. Puff, gone. And yeah, sure, there's other champs who can resist energy damage, no doubt. But Absorption Man makes this list because he does both. He survives and he shuts down her clutch phase. Plus, let's be real, he's beyond god tier anyway. So like, why wouldn't you use him? And hey, if you're thinking of other champs who can resist that Nova Flame madness, cool. Smash that like button, let's get it to 500, and you might just see them pop up in the top 10 counters video. Alright, let's keep this list moving. On to number 4. Alright, locking in at number 4, we got a little twist here. It's either Archangel or Iceman. Yeah, I know, bit of a combo pick, but let me explain. So look, Archangel is the OG shutdown king, and honestly, if he was available as a 7-star, he'd probably be even higher on this list. But since he's not, we gotta show love to a very icy backup plan, Iceman, because he is available as a 7-star, and he brings some serious heat. Or, well, cold. You get the point. Let's hit Archangel first. Bro, you already K-no. This man just walks in, throws some heavies, and melts Dark Phoenix before she even knows what hit her. Neurotoxins shut everything down. Her abilities, her flames, her will to fight, gone. You just gotta remember, he has to be awakened. Stick to heavy attacks like always. And try to stack at least 4 neurotoxins early if his sig level's low. Play it right, and boom, fight's over before she can even hit that cheesy immortality phase. And if she does get there, whatever. Archangel already did the job, but let's say you're rocking with 7 stars only. That's where Iceman comes in. This dude is built for this fight. He's straight up immune to Nova Flames. He's tanky as hell thanks to that ice armor. And even if you take a hit, you're chillin'. Literally. That damage mitigation from ice armor keeps you safe like a frosty little cocoon. So yeah, whether you're going classic with Archangel or keeping it modern with Iceman, both of these champs absolutely crush it at number 4. Now, let's turn it up and slide into number 3. This list is just heating up. Yo, coming in at number 3, we got the absolute nuke queen herself, Spiral, aka the Dancing Queen of Destruction. Now listen, When it comes to dealing with that busted immortality phase at the end of Dark Phoenix's fight, Spiral just walks in like, "Nah, girl, we're not doing that today." Her Dancing Blades ability straight deletes that immortality buff like it owes her money. Clean. Instant. Gone. But let's not stop there, because you're probably thinking, cool, she handles the immortality, but what about those dirty, painful Nova Flames? Oh, I got you. So here's the deal. When Dark Phoenix throws a special, she applies Nova Flames, right? But right before that hits, there's a 3-second warning timer that shows up near your health bar. That's your moment to act. Now, here's where it gets juicy. If you land hits on her during that 3-second window, you start stacking something called weakness charges on yourself. Each hit gives you a charge worth 13% reduced Nova Flame duration. Land one hit? Cool, that's 13%. Land a full combo? We're talking 6 or 7 hits? That's like 80 to 90% reduced flame time. You're basically fireproof if you time it right. And here's the kicker. It's not Spiral exclusive. Any champ with a multi-hit combo can abuse this. We're talking Quicksilver, Northstar, plenty more. And yes, they absolutely have a spot in the top 10 counters video if y'all hit that like goal. Don't sleep on that. But Spiral still owns this spot because she brings the full package. She can help tank the Nova Flames if you're skilled. She completely erases that immortality buff at the end. And she looks damn good doing it. So yeah, if you're rocking Spiral, you're already flexing skill. But get ready, because up next, we're talking about champs that take almost no effort and still dominate this matchup. Let's hit number 2. Coming in at number 2 on the list of the absolute best counters to Dark Phoenix is none other than the toxic tank himself, Diablo. Now listen, this man doesn't just survive the fight, he cooks Dark Phoenix in her own flames. No joke, this matchup might as well be a vacation for Diablo. Here's why. First off, Diablo's a mystic, and that alone already puts Dark Phoenix at a disadvantage because of her interactions with mystic attackers. But it gets better. Diablo's combos, they're dripping in poison stacks, and that's where the magic happens. Because every time you slap on a poison, you're reducing the duration of Nova Flames by around 20% per poison. So what happens when you drop 5 or 6 poisons on her? That Nova Flame barely even ticks. It's like she brought a flamethrower to a water park, completely useless. And yes, even when she hits that immortality phase, where that last Nova Flame is supposed to smack you with unavoidable damage, Diablo just shrugs it off. That poison reduction still applies, and he just keeps chugging along like, you done yet? Plus, if you're running Diablo with suicides or using him pre-fight boosted with his signature synergies, man's not just tanky, he's out here throwing damage right back in her face. This is one of those fights where you feel like the boss. You're not stressed, you're not struggling, you're just watching Dark Phoenix melt while you sip your green poison cocktail. And that's why Diablo claims the number 2 spot. He's smooth, he's deadly, and he makes one of the most annoying defenders in the game feel like a joke. But hold up, because the number 1 counter? That one doesn't just shut her down, it makes the fight feel broken. Let's get into it. Hey, this one might shock a lot of people, but hear me out. Because at number 1, the absolute best counter for Dark Phoenix is none other than the Hood. Yeah, I said it. The Hood. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait. He's not even immune to Nova Flames. And you're right, he's not. But he doesn't need to be, because Dark Phoenix isn't gonna even breathe long enough to light the flame. Let me break it down for you. Hood's Special 2 is where the magic happens. That thing lands a hex that straight up strips away all her buffs and prevents her from gaining them again. No buffs equals no immortality. No buffs equals no nonsense, just clean, controlled destruction. But it gets even nastier, because Hood's got crazy power gain, which means you're spamming SP2s like a man possessed. And with every SP2, you're refreshing that hex, staying invisible, and keeping Dark Phoenix locked down. She can't throw specials. She can't light you up. She's just getting clapped in silence. You control the entire fight. You become the puppeteer, and she's just flailing around waiting to die. Honestly, the Hood turns one of the most dangerous defenders in the game into a highlight reel. This ain't just a good counter. This is a hard counter. That's why he's number 1. Period. And that's it. That's the list. Top 5 best counter Dark Phoenix. If this video helped you out or even just hyped you up a bit, slam that like button. We're aiming for 500 likes so we can drop that top 10 counters list and really go crazy. And yo, Yelena Belova is looking like a whole problem on defense. So let me know in the comments if you want to see the top 5 counters for her next. And while you're down there, drop your favorite counter for Dark Phoenix. You might just see your pick in the next video. Till then, stay sharp, dodge those specials, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.